Alita, Battle Angel. Oh, and also the little game here too is watch,
rent,
or skip. And there's no Netflix on here, right? So I don't need to explain that part of the rule.
Watch.
Let's give it a watch.
You told me the story of the war, when the ground shook and the sky burned. Of the ones that survived, who awoke to a different world.
Christoph Waltz, I'm kind of sold already.
Prey on the weak.
Ooh.
But that's not the way it has to be.
When I found you, your very human brain was miraculously intact.
It's the loneliest feeling not to know who you are.
In time, you'll remember.
I remember black skies, the lightning all around me.
Alita is new here.
It's a harsh world down here. You gotta be willing to do what it takes.
Alita, run!
Very Terminator looking.
My God. She's the last of her kind. She contains technology that has been lost for 300 years.
It's fucking awesome.
Let me show you something.
This body, I feel a connection to it. I can't explain. You know more about me than you're saying.
Alita, some things are better left forgotten.
And I'll find out for myself.
She's threatening the natural order of things. I need you to destroy her. Alita, they will come for you.
I'll have to face them head on. I'm gonna need you to stand way back.
Tonight is not a game. It is a hunt.
Across this new river.
I'm with her.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that looks cool.
I will
Alita.
watch that. I will watch
Alita.
that. December 21st? All right.
Yeah.
Mark it on my calendar.
Looks badass.
I'm gonna be there.
So who's voicing Alita?
It's that actress.
Oh, it's whoever this person. I don't know who this
her
person
name
is.
I don't remember. I don't remember what her name is.
Yeah, I was wondering because the voiceover before we saw her and she started speaking sounded like Zoe Saldana.
Maybe
To
that.
me.
Okay, yeah.
Like really, I was like,
It's got a Zoe Saldana, but it's
But then I saw her and I was like,
yeah,
now her
it's
voice
the-
sounds completely different.
It's the actress. Whatever her name is.
There's I'm in a Reddit subgroup where they're like fix this movie. And so they do it for a lot of older movies, and basically like they do it by story or plot line or something in like a poster, anything in the movie related. And a picture came in my timeline, like it was Alita but with normal size eyes.
No.
But it was a very specific choice they made though to have this really big Disney princess
well, that's 'cause
eyes.
it's based on a manga. I think it's a comic
Is that
book.
okay? Yeah.
Guys,
That's
also
also
relate.
Also think
that's her
about the
look out of
idea
the comic book.
that I mean, that's another way to make her look really alien to us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very uncanny valley. Very like, this is you look like us, but you don't.
It is uncanny valley.
Guys, I've been
yeah.
getting shit in my eyes for years because they're so damn big. So I understand and I relate to you, Alita.
And I've been calling you Battle Angel.
Nice.
Including bugs.
I was
God
getting
damn it.
like Ready
Terrible.
Player One vibes as far as like the animation.
It's not too
the
far.
CG.
That's what it looked
Mm.
James
like.
Cameron produced.
Okay.
Robert Rodriguez directed. So I mean, I think that just that alone
It's an interesting team.
sense.
is a very interesting team.
Yeah.
I was quasi working with Miramax at the
So
time.
far, I'm more
Okay.
excited
he
about
was-
this than
he
Ready
was
Player
going-
One.
He was like in the throes of that
Okay.
at the time. So it was. I remember that being a really big deal.
So this has been in production for a while.
A little. Well, I think they actually. It's been like about a year, but I mean, look at all the animation in it.
Sure,
So I think that's
yeah.
probably where most of
It reminds me a lot of Terminator, the arms and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Super cool.
It reminded me
I
of,
think it's a passion project of Cameron.
Okay.
Like he was actually supposed to direct it at one point. And
Okay.
now he's moved on to producing.
Kind of flipped.
So.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's like the way to step back without actually losing all of your power. Yeah.
And haven't really heard from Robert Rodriguez in a while.
Yeah, I guess
He
that's
hasn't
true.
done
Huh?
something in a while. It's true.
He's been doing a lot. He's been doing his. He's got a network now, the El Rey network.
Oh.
Okay.
And I know he's been busy with that. That's how I.
What's on his network?
I worked on From Dusk Till Dawn, the series.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's that.
I remember
there's,
that.
There's
yes.
there's a couple of like different things on there.
Gotcha.
That's all done in Austin.
It also reminded me of that other comic book movie. What's the Golden Circle? What was it called?
Yeah, Kingsman.
Kingsman. Yeah. Where one of the characters had like the pointy foot or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Well, it reminds me of Space Gorilla. So if they can do that,
Yeah.
they can put a dude's head on a gorilla.
Right, and it'll
It
look
reminds
amazing.
me of that movie that just came out like within several months ago, and it was like this huge deal because it was a book. What was it called?
Are you talking about Ready Player One?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Just say that.
I was like, I'm sorry, I'm clearly not listening.
The reason I asked like that because I thought you were making a joke.
No, I clearly wasn't.
You were
listening to that
cautiously
part.
asking.
But
I just was like,
I
Yeah,
hope
we
it's
talked about how
better.
like the animation looks similar.
But I hope
Yeah.
it's better because I really
So
didn't
far-
quite enjoy that movie.
so far it looks better. I'm more excited to see this than I was to see Ready Player
Yeah,
One.
yeah.
I disagree.
I think it looks better.
Yeah, but I think you were one of the ones who liked that movie.
I was one of the ones that we
Yeah,
talked about this.
that's
in
Poo
Reddit.
on
Yes.
you for that.
Poo on
Sorry.
me.
I need to watch it again.
You like what you like. I'm just saying,
kidding.
like that's why I think I'm more excited. It's like I didn't like that movie.
Sure.
And I'm excited to see this one because it looks
Yeah.
better.
This
Yeah.
almost
And
seems
it's
like
better actors
this almost
in it.
seems like a Netflix show, which is something that we can kind of say now.
Really?
Wait,
I mean, I guess, but
wait, what's
yeah, the actors seem better. to me. The cast seems better in this than in
we'll
the
see.
other one.
Oh, coming out in theaters. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next trailer.
Shazam!
Shazam!
Oh boy!
Exclamation
Christ.
point.
If it's not Shaquille O'Neal, then
You've run from foster homes in 6 counties. I can take care of myself. When you're 18, give these people a chance, because that's what they're giving you.
This is Billy Batson. Make sure you make him feel at home.
They seem nice, but don't buy it.
Is that he's one of the
It's
It
real
kids,
Game of
right?
Thrones
This
around
guy.
here.
it looks like it.
It
But I
looks
don't know.
like I can't.
Just
I
messing
think
around.
he is.
You look at me and you're like, why so dark? You're a disabled foster kid. You've got it all. If you could have one superpower, what would you pick?
I'll look it up.
Everybody chooses flight. You know why?
So they can fly away from this conversation.
No, because heroes fly.
The curly.
What, you need your fake family to stand up for you?
No, he's not.
The guy with the wheel. The guy with
Sorry
the.
about that.
That with.
Go! Babbitt! Get out the way!
Oh yeah, yeah.
I choose you as champion.
That sounds like Digimon Hansu.
As what?
Digimon Hansu.
Champion.
Thank you.
That was cool.
Hello?
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Wait, for real?
Say
Okay! Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I...
Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
To the PM to the AM.
Yeah.
Straight! Can you fly?
If I quit your PM, I still rock Mercedes home. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
Be humble.
You know, I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
Nope.
Gentlemen!
You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed.
Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Oh, that looks fun.
Okay.
That looks so fun.
I'll watch that.
It reminds me of like
definitely.
Kick-Ass. You know?
It reminds me of The Tick.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. DC needs a win.
Yeah.
I think they're. Hopefully, this is something. What's that guy? The Chuck. That's all. I don't know.
Yeah, he's from Chuck. Yeah.
Okay, Zachary Levi. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this and thinking, huh.
Oh, that's who it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
shit.
looks
Because
different, huh?
Shazam,
He was in
and then he
Thor.
doesn't look like Shazam, like from
Okay.
the comics. So I was thinking a big mountain beefy looking guy, because that's how he looks in the comics.
Sure.
So when I saw that, I was like, whoa, okay.
How are they
And
gonna do that?
they're doing something different with it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I like it.
You like this direction they're taking.
I like the direction because everything so far. But emo Batman works because Batman is very dark and brooding, but emo Superman doesn't really work as well.
Sure.
And this is a new flavor now, and I think it's something DC definitely needs.
Here's where I think it differs a ton. It's comedy centric.
Yes.
DC has not been doing that
No, not
at
at
all.
all.
But
So
they
I
need
think
one. They need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta work.
Catching on that bandwagon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like,
like, hey,
look,
maybe
look how successful Thor Ragnarok was.
And,
Let's make our own version.
Shazam is such a it's a really, I mean,
With a guy who is in
it's
Thor
a really
Ragnarok.
fantastic story anyway. You know, the idea of the little kid, he's getting all these powers, this ancient power and knowledge. And it's fun. I think a lot of Shazam stories, we don't know his everyone that deals with him doesn't know his backstory.
Okay.
They don't know who Billy Batson is and all that, because there's that, because he is a child. So that's a big, and then that's fun that they're kind of going the different direction with it.
Right,
So-
right. Yeah, I like that those jokes hit.
Yeah.
They were good. It was very is kitschy the right word?
Very tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
definitely. They're not. I think they're paying as much respect to the material, but riffing on it.
Sure,
You know what
sure.
I mean? And I think it's something that DC's needed.
Yeah, and presumably this is going to be on their new streaming service.
Oh, okay.
Not
exclusively,
No, it's a
though.
film.
It's a movie,
It's
right?
intended for the 7th installment. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, this is a
So
film.
it's actually just a film that's going to be in theaters.
This is the DCU.
April 5th.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
And
into
they
it.
just recently announced that the official name for DCEU. Did you hear that?
Is that right? I didn't know. I did not.
And I don't know if it's actually still DCEU.
Oh shoot! Okay.
But they like officialized it because that's always been like their or what people have said their unofficial stand-in term.
Right.
But yeah, it just happened
Worlds
over the
of
weekend.
DC.
Wait, did it say it there?
It has been requested that the title of this article be changed to Worlds of DC.
There
Look
we
at
go.
that. Worlds of DC.
They're trying to set themselves apart from Marvel.
Yeah.
Seems like.
The MCU, it's too easy.
They need
Like,
to.
They need to be something
They
different.
need to.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I don't know why in my head this whole time I thought it was going to be a TV show. I think because it
okay.
kind of looks
Yeah,
like one.
I
Well, I
get
guess it kind of
Yeah,
got
yeah.
that feeling from it, but it definitely seems like it's going to be like a kick-ass type of movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
And this is the next DC movie, right?
After
Aquaman.
we got Aquaman. We got Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't those come
shit.
first?
Yeah.
I feel like they probably do.
No,
'cause this is in
does
April.
Wonder Woman come first?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Aquaman.
It's in 2019.
Aquaman
to be
comes
honest.
first.
Aquaman's on its way.
I care about Wonder Woman, but that's kind of the.
I care about seeing it.
this
I
one.
just don't care what comes first or
Right,
right.
what
Yeah,
number it is.
It doesn't really matter
No,
too much.
they haven't really. It
'Cause-
doesn't matter that it's the 7th
because most of the time you suck.
Well, because
Worlds
they
of
haven't really
DC.
built
Yeah.
a
That's true.
world.
Well, and they've talked for a while too
watching.
about how they planned on moving forward in that they wanted to do more things that weren't as like a big serialized story anymore too.
Yeah.
To kind of separate
Yeah,
itself.
which is why I'm assuming Worlds of DC.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a good
World
point.
And then to world, that's DC's thing. They
It's
have different
multiple
worlds. and
Yeah,
all
it's
of
multiple
that,
worlds.
so-
So that like that's differentiate yourself from the one big storyline.
Sure.
And
Oh, yeah,
then
and
also then you don't need to say that it's the 7th installment
Sure.
because it doesn't matter when
It comes
it
out.
is because they are all different. They're all different worlds that inhabit the same universe, I'm assuming.
It even says it right there. I was just going to mention they actually have been trying to make this movie for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and I don't know, and it's all been different directions. So I think I think I like what they landed on
Okay.
a lot. So I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, I do too. It's the first DC movie with color because they've all been in black and white so far.
The screen is starting to piss me off.
I know.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
All right,
let's move on to.
Let's watch Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla,
King of
King of the Monsters. I'm gonna shit myself.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Our world is changing. The mass extinction we feared has already begun, and we are the cause.
Yeah, there's a ton of people in
We
this.
are the infection.
Wrong person.
But like all living organisms, the Earth unleashed a fever to fight this infection. Its original and rightful rulers.
Damn, look at that cast.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of
For
people in
thousands
this.
of years, these creatures have remained in hiding around the world. Damn. And unless all the Titans are found, our planet will perish, and so will we.
What?
They are the only guarantee that life will carry on.
Whoa, Zangy.
Yep. I was gonna say this is a ton of people in this movie. Nice. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Was that Mothra?
Mothra,
Fuck. Yes.
King Ghidorah, Rodan.
Damn.
What the actual fuck is happening?
I'm sorry, but this is
They're bringing all the classic monsters, kaiju monsters out, balls out. And Millie Bobby Brown screaming, grabbing her head and screaming.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, she's good at that.
That looks like Hydra.
Yeah.
Long live the king.
Hey, he said that before.
Didn't turn out so well.
No.
Awesome.
So confused as to the plot of this movie already.
Yeah. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I don't.
It's
It's
really
not
awesome.
meant to. Really.
Yeah, well, yeah, there was the. Okay, so yeah, if we're trying to make some sense of that, like they have to survive, right? In order for them to survive, is it
Right.
something along
They're
those lines?
connected somehow, yeah, to these creatures.
But what's happening to us? That we need to
some,
open
some
Global
fucked up
warming.
thing. Yeah,
That
some,
doesn't
Climate
seem.
change.
some apocalyptic
Either way,
thing. Who
I
knows
I
what's happening.
kind of don't care because
Yeah,
they brought
neither
out
do I.
all of the best.
They're trying.
Right?
I think
But
they're trying
like,
to make
but
it
that's
eco.
but
It's
then
tr- it's-
what's happening is
I don't
like
care.
it looks like
Story.
they're attacking all of the humans, which seems that would be against.
Well, maybe some of
Against
them are,
the goal.
Some of them are protecting, and some of them are attacking.
Yeah,
maybe.
well, yeah. Do you know anything about like the lore of Godzilla?
So the actual like.
Yes, it was a nuclear thing. Like this is very
Yeah, yeah.
different.
Yeah, they're kind of they're playing around with a lot of the lore.
Sure.
And the idea is that eventually the original Godzilla was meant to be like a disaster movie.
Yes.
So he was so they're still kind of taking that ecological storyline. I don't know how they're tying it in. See, Godzilla was created by the atomic bomb specifically, and they were when they were testing, he created he's this atomic monster.
Right.
Now bringing in Rodan and Mothra, these are classic.
King Ghidorah,
These are like his classic sort of
enemies.
villains, allies.
Yes.
It's really murky there.
Rodan?
When Rodan's
Rodan's
the big bird.
like a pterodactyl.
Like a big
Like Rodan
pterodactyl.
in Fields. Rodan.
That's funny.
I don't know.
Like what is? I've never heard of this.
I don't know, it's not
creature.
very Japanese
If you watch like all the original films, I used to have old VHSs
yeah.
in my house. We'd watch them
I got a bunch
over
of
and
DVDs.
over and over. But these are like some of the classic
fun of
ones.
the
When
dub
Godzilla
voicing.
Godzilla
Are
came
they
out,
all-
there were a slew of knockoffs.
Okay,
so like
but
Mothra,
are they
Mothra's
are
a different.
are they all from like Rodan and Mothra?
Okay.
I was like, because Mothra is not a Japanese.
No. Well, it is, but it's not the same studio as Godzilla.
But
Mothra became its own. He became popular.
It was his
Mothra
own.
and
It was his
Am I
own
mixing
film.
up
Yeah.
Mothra?
These two studios merged.
That's a like a urban legend?
Mothra?
Mothra?
Yeah.
A giant moth.
It's a giant Mothman with
No,
red eyes.
No. That's Mothman. Mothra is a giant.
Oh,
moth.
okay.
A
Okay.
You know,
giant-
Mothman is the size of you.
Mothman.
No, Mothman's
is
bigger.
Is the?
Is he not?
But he's not as big as
I don't know
Mothra.
if he's that
not,
big.
Mothman's
but-
like humanoid. He's not like.
Yeah. He's like, there's a picture of him on like the Golden Gate Bridge or something. It's like a dude.
He's not Godzilla sized.
Right.
Mothra is a giant Godzilla sized moth.
Yeah. You're mixing up your lores. I mean,
like they're
Easy
not.
too. Yeah.
And they are. Like I said, Mothra's. I think he fights him a little bit, but then they become allies because they're two different. They're like the flagship monsters for their studios.
Right.
So
okay.
one of them doesn't want to be a bad guy, so that's usually why they team up.
Yeah, like
Things
it's
like
gone
that.
back and forth within the Godzilla worlds too, where Godzilla was destroying.
And then he was
guy,
the
and then he was the
protector
good
at
Then
one
he's the
point.
protector.
How do they team up? That seems.
Well, when they
Well,
team
there's
up, it's
usually-
Do they
against.
speak?
There's usually 10 monsters,
And it's like them two
those
against
two end
the
up
other
fighting
10.
the other 8.
Yeah.
That's usually how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, no, they don't speak.
They're level.
I don't
they're
know if I can
degrees.
suspend my disbelief enough to watch any of these
It's
movies,
really,
to be honest.
if you went back and watched the old ones, then yeah,
They're
it's really
so
fantastic. And
good.
they're really just
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just one of these things where I feel like for us, it's like nostalgia factor a lot. Cause like I grew
Yeah.
up same thing, like watching all the Japanese, like original Godzilla, like versus whoever. And I was always just like, this is
Well, yeah, I mean, like I saw
ridiculous.
like the '50s Titans.
Yeah.
and it
I think I know what's
shaped
going to happen
my
at the end of this movie. Freaking Mecha
child,
Godzilla is going to
but-
come out.
that'd be fun.
We're going to see Mecha Godzilla.
I just don't think I get the whole like it's a giant version
It's-
of something.
it's
It's a giant
basically-
lizard. It's a giant shark.
I think
It's
I
a
think
giant moth.
I'm actually surprised because I
what-
know you like kaiju movies.
What it has in common,
It's basically the original kaiju stuff.
what
It
it
is
has in
original
common
kaiju.
is in the old Godzilla movies, like all those old, like it's just there's monsters in our world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
monsters that
it is.
exist.
Yeah.
Well, and
That's just
specifically-
what
I
we're-
know, but I
specifically
just
they're on
prefer a
Monster
little
Island.
bit more,
Yeah.
a more,
Plot.
plot that
Sure.
isn't just mostly holes.
to
Yeah.
be fair, the
Yeah.
last Godzilla movie wasn't horrible. It wasn't great,
liked it.
but it
I
wasn't
liked it.
horrible. I thought it was decent.
I like the Matthew
I don't
Broderick
like.
Godzilla.
I have not
so
seen any of them. I don't want to
yeah.
see any of them. I saw one King Kong, and I was like, ah, fuck this whole genre.
Yeah.
So
It's a
it's
nostalgia
directed
for me,
by Michael
definitely.
Dougherty, who did I think got famous for Trick
He's
or
a
Treat.
writer.
Sorry, yes,
Krampus.
a writer. But he's
a director
directing.
now, yeah.
He's directed a handful. Trick or Treat was actually a really good film.
That was like his. That was like his
X2.
feature debut.
You're the reason we have X2.
Well, I'm assuming he's one of
He
the
wrote it.
writers.
He's one of the
I
writers.
mean,
yeah.
X-Men Apocalypse wasn't awful. It wasn't as good as the other ones. But
Sure.
I don't know. I
Um,
liked X2, but I like.
If you guys haven't seen Trick or Treat, it's a indie
It's
Halloween
great.
film. It's
I
really
think I've
good.
seen that.
It's great.
It's a lot of
I
fun.
think we
I'm
should.
pretty
I think it should be a
it's-
required viewing.
I think I've seen that one.
It should be a required viewing. You're
so.
absolutely right.
I mean, I liked Krampus.
yeah,
I haven't
the
watched
Krampus came
Krampus.
I
out.
mean, I actually liked Krampus.
I didn't
and
get
was
to
like,
watch
this is
it.
going to be
Was it
ridiculous
actually any
and
good?
stupid. It was
Uh,
hilarious.
okay.
It was
Yeah.
freaking
That's- I'm-
hilarious.
It's almost
I'm on
all
board.
for the last third.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Watch it at Christmas
It's all
time.
set up.
it's so weird though
Okay.
for me to see him do these like really huge films, but also these really awesome indies.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's such a big jump. I feel like
I think he's been a part of the world. I mean, Superman, and he's been a part. He's been around that.
Sure.
So, I mean, he's got a flavor for it.
it reminds me a bit of oh god, who did Maid and not Vince Vaughn but his
Favreau?
partner Favreau.
Yeah.
How he
John
does these
Favreau.
really big and then these indies all the yeah. It's
And you know
interesting.
what? Everybody hates on Superman Returns. I actually enjoyed it. That's the one with Brandon Routh. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, that sounds
and
right.
I actually, you know what? Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, I didn't
was
mind.
good.
I didn't mind, and Parker Posey was the
remember that.
sidekick,
Right.
his sidekick. So I enjoyed it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like Parker Posey.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
And the cast, Jesus Christ, the cast for this film.
Yeah. Holy shit! I was just
know.
like,
They just kept coming up and
yeah,
coming up and coming up.
just
Yeah.
star after star, and they're all like sort of. A lot of them have not been in a lot of things recently.
Coach.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I think it's great.
This is gonna be a good time.
Bringing them all
Godzilla
back.
King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
All right, let's
All
move
right.
on to our
I'm
last
ready. I love Godzilla.
trailer for the show, I believe, and it is Aquaman.
All right.
Yeah.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life is a way of bringing people together.
We could unite our worlds one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
Oh shit.
The Meg.
They made me what I am. Permission to come aboard.
Hot as shit.
I've been looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
I want to strap in.
Oh, that's very Black Panther.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Wow. Look at those turtles. They're like enormous.
I'll watch it for that alone. This is a live action Ariel. I'm very excited about
Right?
it.
I
I don't even care about this part.
Yeah.
Battle, no battle, whatever you want. We're all underwater.
Yeah.
I'm not a leader. I came because I had no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds.
Cool.
That is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
I have to say, if that's a wig, that's one of the best bright-ass motherfucking red wigs I've ever seen in my life.
So good.
Because usually they look a lot like wigs, and
I think it's digitally enhanced.
yeah, that's why I was like, her hair looks like hair, though.
Over here.
What are you doing?
She never parachute.
Redheads, you gotta love them.
For that line alone, you have my money.
Nice.
Oh man.
Nice.
Yeah. No,
I'll
that's
see
fun.
it.
That looks fun.
I'm on board.
See,
Actually.
like I said, like it doesn't look like it's gonna be like a good
it's
movie,
like a
but
little.
it's gonna
It's like
be
you said,
entertaining.
Little
It's gonna be
Mermaid,
fun.
live action.
It kind of looks like Star Wars Episode 1 or something.
Yeah.
Like-
It looks like kind of shitty, but you know what?
Is
It's fine.
the color palette. It's
Ah.
a little Batman-y. I mean, well, it looks better.
You mean
once
that
they
it's
get
dark?
underwater. Once they get underwater, it looks a little better.
It looks
but I
better.
mean, it's what we
Well,
what we
because
talked
they're
about,
they're only
Shazam.
slowly just now moving away
Sure.
from that, and Aquaman is way closer to those films than Shazam is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes
You
me
know,
wonder
he's already
how
been in them and that kind of shit.
what percentage they're going to be above and below water, right? Because he's like, there's a fight.
I really hope it's mostly below.
I kind of
I
do
just
too.
want to
I'd love
see
to
him
be.
with his hair
Yeah.
floating around him constantly.
But that's going to be the hardest part, though. Is like, how are they going to make that believable? Are they underwater
Right.
for
I kinda
80%
don't
of the
care.
movie? Do you know what I
kinda
mean?
Don't care.
It's a fucking movie about a
Again.
merman.
Yeah.
Like it's
already crazy
Can
enough.
we make it look believable if they're underwater? You just got so excited about a movie with some gigantic monsters.
Believable in that it's not cartoonish, though. Do you know what I mean? Like for
who cares?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's fun though.
Well, I'm wondering how it's going to end up looking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how are you going to do how are you going to do hair underwater? How are you going to do like breathing underwater?
All I'm
this
saying
is
is
really
DC
ambitious.
Well, he
has
already
really-
talked underwater, and they cheered underwater. So I'm just gonna assume
Well,
they
that's
breathe
well,
water
They're
the way
Atlanteans. Yeah, that is a
the
part
way
of it.
we breathe air.
I guess I don't mean anatomically, but more so just like how are they going to show it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
Or is it just as
I
simple?
hope they don't
it
at
looks
all
like
because
they're-
if
it
they
looks like
keep
they're not worried
breathing out
about it.
air
looks
when they're
like-
down there but never inhale air, I'm gonna be very confused.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it basically just a green screen black backdrop of blue is what I'm wondering.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Is it and,
Essentially.
and that's probably where they spent most of the
Most
time
movies.
making the movie, right? Or at least most DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least a movie that takes place 80% under the water.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I have zero expectations, and I think that's a good thing because for DC so far, they've really missed the mark on a lot of things, and so I'm sort of just like, meh.
The fact
it
that
looks
I'm excited
fun.
about one at all.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, whatever, it'll
We're
be
at
fine.
That point, honestly.
Like-
So we just got done watching the Shazam trailer. Which one are you guys more excited for?
I'm more
Shazam.
excited. I'm more excited for Shazam.
I am
because
too.
Of the change of flavor, change of
Yeah.
taste.
Because
Yeah.
this doesn't
looks
look
a
unlike.
little more of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And it's not that I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's sort of like it's just
I'm
one of
ready for
those
that.
like big
Yeah.
budget,
Yeah.
like lots of actiony superhero movies that you probably won't really remember the specifics of,
Right.
You know, a day later. But
Well,
like,
I know I can name several people that are going to watch
his
Jason
job.
Momoa with no shirt on alone.
alone,
Like, that's
just that. What's the line about the redheads?
That's the only reason they're going to see it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
As far as like
It's kinda
narration
the
and
only reason.
dialogue with him, it's pretty bad because
Oh,
he's
he's-
kind of
he's bad, but I love him.
You know
I
what
think
mean?
he's just they're letting him do his own thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're letting
And
him
he's
run with
yeah,
it.
like if you watch videos of him, he is just the most laid back.
Yeah.
He is,
Have you seen the
he's-
pictures of him and his family?
Yes.
They're like the best
He calls
family.
them, he's like, my wife has given me 2 beautiful little feral children, and I'm like, you're my favorite human.
Oh my god, his wife is so
But like
freaking
anytime
beautiful.
he just
Lisa
takes
Bonet.
like,
Oh my god, I
yep,
love her.
Sup.
I'm
He's
kind
just
of
a really sort of amiable yet laid back yet incredibly dangerous dude, and there's something about that combo that is like you could. You could be speaking another language that I don't understand. You could just be delivering your lines like Siri, and I would still probably watch you. Like he
Yeah.
was not good in Stargate SG-1.
he wasn't.
No,
As an actor?
No,
or-
as an actor.
That was one of the early
like the
gigs.
role is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But I mean,
He's
I
okay.
loved him. I loved
He's
his
passable.
character.
I wouldn't say he's bad. I mean, for what SG-1 was.
Okay, well, fair. Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
You know, I mean, like
fair
I-
enough.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
It's
I
just,
wouldn't.
I'm judging it on like when they get
Right.
Claudia Black. You know,
Okay.
like when you get someone who's like, oh my gosh, you
Right.
are clearly on another level. And I think that character was just, they were just like, can you be kind of silent and badass? And he was like, yep.
Sure. He's really good.
I can
in,
do that.
The Bad Batch. Have you seen that one?
No.
That's really good.
I mean,
he's
he
good
was
in that.
good in
He's
Game
very
of Thrones.
menacing.
You don't think he
I'm
was
sure
good in
he
Game of
was good in
Thrones?
Game of
He's just barely in
I
it.
just
He's
never
barely
watched
in
him.
it.
Yeah.
But his part is really good. Like I think he's really good.
Khal
guess
Drogo's one of
so.
the best parts.
Yeah.
But
Looks.
I'm
Yeah.
interested because it's this is it's like he's gonna be a very comedic type of character. I think.
I think
Maybe
his
set that up a
comedy
little
is
bit.
based on
His personality.
and also on like calling stuff out.
I'm
Like
just-
where he was like, that was the worst pep talk.
Sure.
ever.
It just seems like him a
his
little bit.
comedy is a little bit more, I think, deadpan, and it is.
Yeah.
He's, I think he really is kind of a personality actor.
Yeah. He's funny.
He just doesn't have as much of a personality as some of our other personality
Sure.
actors that,
Sure.
that we like really know and
Yeah,
love
he's
and
no
like.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, or Michael Cera,
Sure.
Right,
Sure.
right.
like
yeah.
who always plays the same character. Because
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds kind of plays around a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, Shia
Yeah,
LaBeouf.
he can act. Yeah.
Same
Shia
thing,
LaBeouf
where
can
it's
act.
like they can act, but they're mostly personality actors, and I think that's the thing where he's just sort of like, I'm fine here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm just the lovable badass.
Like
sort of
this is
guy.
good for
Yeah.
me.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
enjoy this. I have fun with it.
I mean, well, like just taken based on just taken from like just Aquaman lore. He's so different. You know, like
Yeah.
it's his personality.
Yeah, he's
that's inhabiting
way
this.
different than any Aquaman I've ever seen before in my life, and I like it. I'm
Right.
about it.
Oh no, I'm in it too. I'm
If
into
at
it, yeah.
some point he starts sporting scales, I will not be opposed to it.
Yeah. I'll be okay with it too.
In the '90s, Aquaman had this big, what do you call that? Redress or so he lost his hand.
Oh, okay.
Had the
Oh,
spike.
yeah.
He was all badass, had armor and a beard. I'm wondering if they're gonna take it in that direction.
That'd be cool.
He loses
He
his hand
seems
at
a
the end
little
of the
bit more
film.
badass.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think one of DC's biggest wins is not having the same exact director for yet another movie. And in this case, it's James Wan, who's one of my favorite directors, actually. And it's just he's a genre director.
Yeah.
He does horror films. He did his breakout
It's all over the place. It was he
is
did
a genre.
Saw. He did the one I really liked. It was called Death Sentence with
Oh yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
I haven't actually seen that.
It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
It's a nice little, just tight little thriller. It's not really. There's no supernatural, no ghosts.
Okay,
It's
okay.
all just action, and it's
Sure.
it's like a throwback to like a '70s movie.
This is going to. I mean, people like James Wan obviously, but this is going to this is a big win for him.
I think if he's already not a household name, he will be.
Right. Yeah. Especially after this. Did you just bounce your head off of that?
Either my head or my face.
At least you're not always
Right.
covering
Been
your
sitting
entire
in front of
face
it for
with
hours.
like
I know,
do.
but I've hit myself. If you watch this back, I've hit myself on this mic at least
I
4
mean,
times.
I hit
Hey,
myself on
producer,
this
can you-
table and made myself
never mind,
bleed,
never mind.
so you know that happens.
This has been a weird episode of Screen
By the way, I'm
Source.
gonna watch like almost all of those trailers
Pretty much.
in theaters. All the movies
much.
that we just probably
That we
because they're all like fantastical and
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty much.
So yeah, we will be doing a separate trailer for Slender: The Arrival.
I forgot about
It
that.
won't
Cool.
be attached to this video, but make sure to tune into our YouTube site, which you're currently at right now. Hit that subscribe button, like, share, follow, all of the rest. I guess you can't follow there, but you can follow us on our Twitch page.
You
Which
can subscribe. That's
you can-
basically following.
that would
Subscribe.
be yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, my name is Dylan,
Stanley.
Jess.
Eve.
and we will see you next time.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, let's smash this one out, yo. Smash it out. I haven't eaten dinner.
Okay.